Every relationship hides a story, and every story carries pain. Welcome to Cheating Stories Insights, where truth bleeds through words. The parking lot was empty. The lights inside the venue were off. The banner that should have had my name wasn't there. I checked the invitation again, the time, the address. No mistake. It was supposed to be my graduation party. Years of struggle, sacrifice, nights that bled into mornings. This was the moment they promised would be mine. I called her. She picked up after the second ring, her voice edged with annoyance. "You don't deserve to be celebrated, so no party for you." Silence filled my ears long after she hung up. It wasn't the absence of a party that cut me open. It was the finality in her tone, the cruelty that didn't stumble, didn't hesitate. I lowered the phone and just stood there, staring at the locked doors. And then the notification came. Her post. Music, laughter, champagne flutes raised high, a ballroom lit in gold. My classmates, my colleagues, my professors, and her, my wife, dancing at the center of it all. Her lips on her boss's mouth. Their bodies pressed like they'd rehearsed this betrayal. My hands didn't shake. Not yet. I turned away. On the drive back, my mind was a theater of still images. Her smile, his hand on her waist, my name forgotten in the shadows of a celebration that was meant to be mine. I wanted to scream, to shatter glass, to pull over and let the storm inside me tear through metal and bone. But storms burn fast. They leave only wreckage. I needed something slower, sharper. When I got home, I didn't call her. I didn't confront. I sat in the dark, the glow of my laptop screen painting my face in pale blue. And I began moving pieces. My wife's boss had always been ambitious, too ambitious. The kind of man who relied on silent investors. The kind who believed loyalty was guaranteed when the money was good. He forgot I wasn't silent. He forgot the company was 90% mine. I opened the contracts, the accounts, the wires. It was all there, my lifeblood in numbers and signatures. I didn't need noise to destroy him. I only needed precision. The first call came as I executed the sale, then the second, then the third. By the 10th, her name flashing on the screen almost made me laugh. Her laughter from the post was still ringing in my head, tinny, distant, false. By the 50th call, I wondered how long it would take for her to realize the party lights would soon go dark, that the champagne would taste like ash when the payments bounced. I executed the final transaction. 90% stake, gone. $157 million, liquidated. Their future burned away with a few keystrokes. My phone vibrated so violently on the desk it looked like it was alive. 154 missed calls. And then, silence. For a moment, the world held its breath. Then came the knock. I didn't rush to the door. I didn't ask who it was. I already knew. When I opened it, she stood there, makeup smeared, hair undone, eyes wild. Not the polished version she had curated online. This was the raw one, the version stripped bare when control slips through her fingers. "Tell me you didn't," she whispered, voice trembling. I said nothing. Her hands shook as she grabbed at me, as if proximity could undo decisions already carved in stone. "Please, you don't understand. It wasn't what it looked like. I love you, I swear. Don't do this." I looked at her, really looked. The desperation, the cracks in her perfect facade, the way her voice broke on words that once carried weight. But love is not measured in broken pleas. It is measured in moments where choice is possible, and she had chosen. "I understand perfectly," I said. Her face collapsed in on itself, her knees nearly buckling under the weight of what she realized. That the ground she stood on wasn't solid anymore. That I had pulled it from under her, quietly, surgically, without a raised voice or thrown glass. Her boss would fall, she would fall with him, and I would rise without ever lifting a hand. I didn't sleep that night, not because I couldn't, but because I didn't want to. Clarity doesn't come often, and when it does, it feels like fire, cold, cleansing fire that burns away the illusions we clung to. I stared at the ceiling, the faintest trace of dawn painting the edges of the window. Somewhere, their world was collapsing. Calls unanswered, funds frozen, contracts broken. A man screaming into a void that didn't scream back. A woman realizing she had kissed away everything for nothing. They would break each other in the fallout. I didn't need to watch. By sunrise, I was already packed. The suitcase wasn't heavy, just a few clothes, a few books. Enough for a man who was leaving behind more than he was carrying. I closed the door quietly behind me. No note, no explanation, no trace. And as the lock clicked shut, I knew. The celebration had never been mine to begin with. But the ending? That belonged to me.